I was just sitting on this beautiful quartz rock in the middle of southern Ontario after getting back from a long trip to Ecuador. And the question I was asking myself was around a client I had yesterday morning. She had asked me, Jennifer, how do I know what my piece of the puzzle is? How do I know who I am and why I'm here? What's the reason I'm on this planet? And her perspective was that it must be huge, it must be big. I mustn't know it yet. But I know that if I asked her sweetie, or if I actually asked her clients, they would all tell me. I could see it as plain as day. When I started to come into the knowingness of my piece of the puzzle, it already existed. I was doing it when I was 5 years old, but I'd written it off as weird, or other people wouldn't understand, or I didn't fit in. And for a long time, I decided that I just didn't belong, and I was going to do my best to survive this lifetime. For her, she was doing the same thing in a corporate world. And the funny thing is, as she asked the question, it became very clear to me that this woman was like a rock, was like someone in business that was entirely countable, like a team player, like your biggest champion, your greatest cheerleader when it came to all things numbers that had to do with a business. That was just her piece of the puzzle. It's certainly not my piece of the puzzle, but it's hers. And I said, who wouldn't want that person as their partner? She said, but there must be something more. That can't be it. That can't be all of it. It doesn't seem right. It seems too easy for me. It seems like, it must be something much bigger than that. And my response to her was this. Your piece of the puzzle of heaven on earth, in fact, the piece that you were meant to play out, if the entire universe is conspiring for us all to make manifest that which we've been asking for lifetimes, it would be bizarre if we had to work hard to figure out who we were. You're already doing it. So is she. You're already doing it. If I asked your best friend, your sweetie, the people around you, we go searching for something. It reminds me of the book, The Wizard of Oz. If you've never read the book, the movie's okay, but the book is amazing. And it's all about the fact that you're already there. The question is, are we willing to look in the mirror and own that it's enough already? And then, are we willing to take that enoughness and apply it to our lives and to what's going on around us? Just apply it exactly like it is. Are we scared to find out that it isn't enough? That we use seeking some betterment as an excuse to never get on with the piece of the puzzle we already have embodied? Are we co-opting or being distracted by a civilization that is hell-bent on nothing's ever enough? I promise you, as you are right now, if you're willing, if you are open to breaking your heart and seeing yourself as others see you, certainly as I love to see people, it might be a little bit scary to find out that as you are, you already have what you need. And sure, there might be more. But the fact that you're listening right now, I already know that you are not broken and you do not need fixing. You never did, you never will. The only problem is that we believed other people about ourselves. We believe society, we believe the shoulds, musts, and have-tos. There is nowhere to get. There is no more time. It's time to get on with the piece of the puzzle of heaven on earth that you already are, and get excited about going on that adventure. So, what is being the piece of the puzzle of heaven on earth that you are? It's actually fulfilling on the dream that you co-dreamt with all of creation about the trajectory of your life that would be most fulfilling and make the biggest difference, that has already been in existence, and many potential paths have been paved. Interestingly enough, I think it's time to fly. As the plane goes overhead, the water plane that's going to land on that lake. It really is time. It's one of my favorite sayings. It's one of my favorite, 2 words. It's my favorite 2 words. It's time. There isn't any other time. There's nowhere to get to. You aren't broken unless you want to believe fallible human beings. If the entire universe dreamed you into existence, your piece of the puzzle of heaven on earth was never something you needed to seek. Consider that. Write questions, ask questions on this page. I would love you to make some comments underneath this video. Anyways, I think that's enough for now. I'm going to let you watch. I'm going to bring you to the same sunset. Here is the beautiful space that I am looking at right now. This is an island getaway in the whispering pines and the 300-year-old oak trees on a sacred lake of many native cultures here in Canada. That is the sunset as I sit here in southern Ontario, being very grateful. Just remember, if the entire universe allows us all to see this much beauty, then we must be at least as beautiful. The issue is not that we're broken. The issue is catching up to that. All right, have a great rest of your evening.